the Baby Ryujin tutorial by Daniel Brown. So this is a really good test if you want to do a Ryujin but also not make the full one. So this is a good example for practicing certain parts because we have transition units, we have the lining up the pleats and the colours, and then obviously the scales so you can shape them at the end. So I've not fully drawn this part because I'm not sure what to make of it. Probably the tail, because we can't do that here. So probably the tail would be here, and also the crease pattern is in the description, so make sure to download that and use it to help follow along. So first of all, how can we collapse this? Well, where do we start? Where do we begin? What we do is we need to line up the colours first, which then we collapse the transition units, which gives us the pleats going straight down, and then we unfold those pleats and then make the scales, and this should all lie perfectly flat. And then also we have the directional creases here, here, here and here, so we don't need to worry about those till later on. And they also tell us what direction the paper goes, so they're the last things to do. Right, now we are going to start off by making, in fact let me show you right here. If you look right here, we have mountain fold and valley fold. Can't really zoom in, can I? I've got the camera balance on my tripod, the broken one, so hopefully I can't move it, otherwise I need to readjust it. So to figure out this, we have mountain fold, valley fold. Also we cannot make that combination, it's impossible. So what we need to do is if we make and this valley fold all the way up and all the way down, because once we do that, the creases align up and the colours are correct. So the valley fold, mountain fold, that lines up, this lines up, so is this valley fold, so we are all good to go. So we're going to zoom back out and make this whole mountain fold all the way down. Now I had to watch my friend's tutorial Origami Sage on how to collapse the scales because it's been quite a while since I last done them and I couldn't remember how to do it, but now I know. So we do that and then we go over one line, two lines, and make a mountain fold again. And you're probably thinking this doesn't line up, but we're using this whole crease now to collapse the bottom part, and then when we come to the top we will undo it because this actually goes over like that. But we need it like this at the moment. And then we're going to count over two lines again, then make the mountain fold. I'll show you from this angle if that helps. Like that. Now we're just going to basically keep doing this for the rest of the paper. In fact, we can leave that last one, we don't probably need to do anything because there's no transition units here. And then there we go. We have collapsed the pleats. Now let me just show you from this angle. it's basically every second line you make a mountain fold or a valley fold on top of each other. Right, so what we're going to do next is just make some mountain folds and valley folds. We're going to make a mountain fold on the bottom, then the next one valley, mountain, valley, mountain. I'm not too sure how many mountains we need, how many full creases we need, so I'll just do this first and then figure it out. So that. Now that we've got this, if you notice that this part lines up as well, see this valley fold right here to the mountain fold, that lines up, so we know that that is correct. So what we're going to do now is start working these transition units. So we're going to turn the paper over. I think it's easier to do this side first. And then we will look up here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top. We are going to do the top ones first at the back. So if we pull out, if you open up this plate, we need to now make a mountain fold from here, straight down, and then here is a mountain fold as well. So we need to make a wee extra crease. Then I'll also make this mountain fold first, just to help get this part done. I'm not going to show all of these on this side, on the top first, because they're all the exact same to collapse. Now we have this. Now it's basically your 90-degree crease. We're going to bring this right down here to collapse this part, and again re-put this valley fold back in place. And also this mountain fold as well. So if we do that and bring the valley fold over, and if we fold that down, this part sticks out. Like that. So you should have this. Now we are going to do the exact same for the rest of them. I will do one more and then I'll let you do the rest yourself. So again, what we're going to do is, the next one is right here. In fact, we'll put it in first. So now we are going to open up this plate. So we have this. Now we're just going to do the exact same process. The mountain fold down the centre, and then the mountain fold, then valley fold. Now with the actual Ryujin you do about, I'm not sure the exact amount of these, but it's like 30 odd. It's quite a lot that you need to do. So this is good practice if it's your first time. Then just fold over. So we have this. So the first one, second one is the exact same. So now let me just check, where's that end one? Right, so the end one's different, so repeat what we just done for the next one, for the next two, and then I'll show you the third one. So I've just done the next two. We're going to actually leave the last one on this side until later on, because that's actually the collapsed version. So we'll leave it at the moment. What we're going to do now is go back to the first one, and what we do is we spread sync this part. Let me just make this mountain fold to try and make it easier to show. So we're just going to open it up open it up and then spread it evenly. So when you pre-crease these, you should already have these halves, these divisions already made, so it does make life so much easier. Again, I'll show you the first two and then I'll let you do the rest. What's happened here? There. Right, so should have this. We have spread sunk it, and then we'll just fold this left corner of the left side under there just to keep it flat. In fact, we'll keep it out there now just to show you. Now what we need to do now is, if you can tell by the colours, this is a valley fold, which this side is correct. This is a mountain fold, but it's actually a valley fold at the moment. So we need to sink this side through. So if we fold this over and then close sink this part. Then when you get here, just push through. And that is it. That is a successful transition unit used. But if we go over to the other side, where are we? We are here. So if you can see, I'm trying to zoom in, in fact I can't, it's going to affect it. We have this valley fold. Let me hold it up. We have the valley fold, which is correct. This mountain fold, which is correct. We have this mountain fold, which is correct. The valley fold is correct. This valley fold is correct. So it's all correct. So everything we've done is worked out, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So that is good. We'll turn it back over. Wrong one. And we are going to do the same again on the next one. So it's spread sink it first. Now that we have spread sunk it, we are going to fold it over, and the same again, just sink in the left hand side and the close sink at the top. Just like that. And that is the second one. I'll just show you the other side as well, if that helps. Now what you want to do is do the exact same. So spread sink and then close sink the left hand side to the left for the next one and the next one. Now that we have done it on the last two, you should have something that looks like this. So it should all be symmetrical, should all be going the same direction. The pleats should all have these four parts sticking out on the right. So just make sure you've got all this beforehand. So we're going to turn the paper over this time and do the transition units for this side. So what we do is, where are they? They're right here. So we're basically going to be doing the exact same process. So we have first one here, and we'll just check that as the first one. Yeah, there's one there, but that's fully collapsed. We'll come back to that one and the one on the end last, after these next four. So what we do is we open up And the exact same again, we are going to make mountain fold down the centre, mountain fold, and then pop this part out. Again, keeping this 90-degree angle as well. So now that we have this, we are going to, let me see. So like that. We are keeping this part over, not like that. So we'll keep doing this layer over this part so it doesn't interfere with the spread sinks. So that is the first one done. We are going to do the next one. I'm only going to do this one. I'll let you do the last two. So again, open up. Here's the next one under here. Then make the mountain fold. So we have this, now bring this part together. What you can do is collapse it in here first. Even though this layer is supposed to be behind this part, collapse it like this first and then just put it back after. So like that, and then just grab the layer and pull until it goes behind, and that is it. So do the exact same for, where is it? Yep, so for the next one and the next one. So two more times. Okay, so you should have this. Now we have the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. Now after we do this part, all of these pleats will line up nice and neatly and perfect. So what we're going to do is the exact same. We're going to spread sink this first pleat, sink in one edge, and then do that for the rest of them. But we're going to sink in the other opposite side, I think. Again, it's always quite tricky to keep the paper flat at this stage because there's so many pleats going everywhere. So we have this. Now fold this part over, and if you can see that this part should be a mountain fold, which currently it's basically a valley fold, so we need to sink this part, the left hand side, inside. So we're going to do that. And the exact same as before, push this part in. And then just fold as neatly as possible over. And as you can see, these pleats line up, which is exactly what we're looking for. So you do the next three the exact same. So this one, and this one, and then we will do the two outsides together. So we have done the next three. You should have this. Now, as you can see now, hopefully, that all the pleats line up in the same direction, which is exactly what you need to do for the next part. So if you've got pleats going the wrong way, you've probably sunk this part in the wrong direction. So if you have, make sure to fix that before you continue. Now the only parts we need to do now to finish off these pleats is the outside parts here and somewhere and here, yeah, right here. So we're going to do this one first. Now the only reason the crease pattern is like this is probably because there's not enough space to put in a full transition unit, or like from here to here is where the paper changes to different parts of the model. So what we need to do is open up completely and then basically do it by hand. So we need to make this mountain fold. And we'll let looper out first. So we'll make this mountain fold, and then the mountain fold here, and then valley and valley, just like these ones. And as you can see, this mountain fold stops right here, so we need to push this part inside like that. And then we'll just do the same on this one. It's always the trickiest, the outside ones, because it's different from how you do them normally. So basically like that, that is the pleats lined up. Now we just need to fold this over, make this the valley fold, remake this pleat if you've not already, and then make this valley fold. So it doesn't look flat at the moment, so we're just going to turn it over and try and fix it on this side. It may take a few attempts to get this part. I've almost got it. Right there, let me see. What have I done wrong? So this part's fine. So it's a bit tricky, this one. So first of all, make sure you have this mountain fold right at the front, which we have. Again, this valley fold goes round. It's never the easiest, this. Yep, there we go, that should be it. Yep. And then fold this part down. So you should have, this is what it looks like from the back. Again, it's the exact same looking as this one, so you should have the same result. And then of course it looks exactly like that. So hopefully you managed to get that one. That's a bit tricky. I'm going to do the exact same on this one. So unfold this layer. And then basically the same again. Make the mountain fold, the valley, then the valley, then the mountain. It is a very satisfying moment once you get all this collapsed. So like that, make sure you do that. And then let me see if I can put this pleat back in place. It's actually looking to be much easier, this one. The valley fold, that's fine. Now we just need to make this mountain fold and then the valley fold. So it's easier to hold these two parts together and then push the paper over. So that is that done. Now we just need to fix this top part. So like that. Hopefully you managed to get that as well. This one was a bit easier than the one on the right, and it is quite tricky to do. So don't worry if it's not perfectly neat, because this part doesn't get seen anyway. And if we turn it over, we have this. Everything lines up, which is exactly what we want. All the pleats are going in the one direction, which is exactly what we want. And the good thing about when you do it on paper that's coloured, if you know you've done it correct, all the colours line up. So this is one complete blue line, this is one complete mountain fold, then mountain fold, and then so on. So everything is correct here. Now, what we're going to do now is, let me see, yeah, we'll do the scales. So again, this part is the tail. I'm not too sure how it's going to collapse, so we'll just go with it at the moment. What we do is, let me have to make this the mountain fold actually. We'll make this one the new mountain fold instead. What we do is we pull out this first one, oops, and then make a mountain fold here, and then a valley fold on this one. So we need to unfold this part. Like that. And then we will jump to the next one, do the exact same. Like that, and then the next one. So we basically keep doing this over and over again. Now once, that's the third one, once we hit this part, we also make this the mountain fold as well. So I'm not too sure how to collapse this part properly, simply because the tail fact, I'm going to extend this straight down. Because we could have done it that way, but then when we make these ones, there's nothing here to make it lie flat, so that wouldn't work. So we're going to extend it right down. This one. And then we'll do the same once we get to this part. So we'll get the next one. Let me see, should I extend this one down as well? Yep, I'm going to extend this one fully down. And I'm only doing this because, again, there's no way to make this part lie flat, otherwise we would make the creases going across this way. So it's just repeating the process. Pull out the next one. Now let me see. Now we can now make this one, because this mountain fold connects with this part. So what we do is we make sure we have all of these pleats lying flat, and then we can then make the mountain fold right here. Like that, and then fold over, and fold this part over, and this uses all the creases correctly because this is a mountain fold, and the mountain fold is under this part, but it's hard to see, so that is correct. And then what we're going to do is, in order to make this nice and even, we are going to start off with, let me see, probably not this one. 1, 2. We'll start off with this one. Oh, right there. So we will just, let me see, is it this one? Yep. Extend this straight up and fold flat. And then this one. I'm just trying to make sense of where to stop the mountain folds. Okay, so we should be able to do it here. Let me just see. I think I need to just extend this up. Yeah, we'll come back to this part at the moment. I'm just going to do that just to try and keep it flat. Right, so we're going to come to the next one. And then the same again, this lines up with this, but we need to start making these ones to try and keep this part as flat as possible. So let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll do it with this one. So once we make the mountain fold, we then, no, in fact that wouldn't work. In fact it should. We'll do that now. We'll come back to this part. But once you make the mountain fold, and then it hits this part, we extend the mountain fold across this way, and then the valley fold. No, wait. That wouldn't work as well. Yeah, we need to extend this one up. Okay, so I've basically put it to something like this. It doesn't need to be like this because we're probably going to unfold it to make the tail anyway at the end. So we are just going to continue making these creases. Now again, they all line up, so we make mountain fold, we pull this part out, and then we tuck it in, and then lie it flat, like that. I'm not going to show the whole process because it would take forever, so I'll do a few more, and then you can do the rest on your own. So we have, again, complete mountain fold. We can fold this over, and then at the same time we will do the next one on this side. Which is right here. And then fold it over, so we have this. So we start to make the scales on the right, on the left, and then the large one in the middle. So I will do one more. And then you can do the rest. So it was just this part that's quite confusing because there's nothing actually there. So we will need to form a tail at the end. So I need to do this one more in order to line up this part. So we're going to make this part first. And then fold this part over. Make sure you're using the full valley fold for this part. Again, it won't lie flat, so don't think it has to lie flat just yet. And then we can make the mountain fold and fold it over. and then connect it up this side. And then we are ready to do the next one. So I'm not going to do that. I want you to do the rest of these scales for the rest of them, and then we will continue. What you should have when you collapse the scales. So don't worry too much if it's not perfectly flat. Mine isn't. Yours should be better than mine, because it is quite tricky to use these lines when you colour them in. This is what you should have. This is the left side. Again, it all lies flat as well when you use them correctly. So I've not done the tail yet. I'm going to do that right now just to show you. Pardon me. So what we do for the tail is flip it over. Now we are basically going to, let me see, yep, where these mountain folds come up. Normally they would overlap one another. So we are going to connect them like this, like that. I would love to zoom in, but the part of my tripod is balancing up, so I need to get as close as possible. And then for the second one, the same again, we just connect them up like that. And then the final one, which is that. And then when you bring it all together, then just fold up or down, doesn't matter which way, but if we turn it over, we have this, and then it lies completely flat. So hopefully you managed to get a bit. It's not difficult, it's just quite confusing because the pleats end here and then you're not sure what to do here, but this works. This gets it flat. And it's similar to how the scales finish for the head on the actual Ryujin. So the scales would be here, they stop here, something happens like this, and then it's the head. So again, that's another good wee bit of practice. So hopefully you managed that. Now, as you can see, all the colours line up. This red line is all red, this blue one is all blue, so we can then, of course, do that. But I won't hold in place them now. And then, of course, this part is all red as well, so you could fold it down like that. And then it's entirely up to you if you want to shape. I will not be showing them how to shape scales in this video, but you're more than free to try. Now we can work on the easier part, much easier, simple box pleating. Now we do open it up and then start changing the creases. So this part should take about 5 minutes, hopefully. And I'm just going to keep following the creases. So we've got the hard part out of the road first, and then it's the easiest part. You could do this bit first and then that, but it's always the easiest to do the hard part. Personally, I think it is. Again, a 90-degree angle, then fold up. I'm not going to squash it yet because I need to get the rest of this in place. So the left side's in place, just the right side. There, so I can crease that firmly. And the good thing is about the way these pleats, the way you basically pleat them at the start, they are all correct. So this mounting fold comes up and hits here, the diagonal, which it should, which is mounting, and then comes down and hits this one as well, which is also correct. So you're setting yourself up for later on when you do those pleats at the beginning. Then we have another 90-degree angle here and here, so we need to put the paper in place on both sides before we can do that. So let's try and get as best as possible on this side. So I'm good on this side, can't squish it too much, so I will jump to this side. Then as you can see, valley fold, mountain, mountain, so we need that 90-degree angle. I'm just going to extend this crease to make it a mountain fold to make this collapse easier first, and then I'll undo that bit. So that's one side, and the second side. So now we can fold that up. Now we are going to put in this part, the head. So it's obviously not the actual Ryujin head, it's just a simple drawn head with some flaps, which allows for shaping. I'm just going to squash that bit flat first, and then put in this part. And then we're keeping this in place, remember, because these creases all line up correctly. Now this part is flat, so we have flat here and flat here, so we should be able to start collapsing these parts. I'm actually curious to see how this turns out and what you can do when you shape. I'm not too sure if I'll do a shaping part yet, I'll wait and see. And of course we have the valley fold here, so we need to put that in place. And then I'll do it on this side as well. And make these mountain folds. Ah, being tricky again. So I've got this in place, Yeah, I'll put this in, these creases here, and that should allow us to collapse the head nice and flat. Hopefully. In fact, I think I can actually do it now. No effects, I'll leave it. Anyway, let's put these in first. Again, we're going to put this other 90-degree unit in place, like that. And then just continue with these pieces. So we have that done, that's in place, the pleats are in place. That's in place. We have, yeah, we could start collapsing this part inwards. I think I should be able to get the head collapsed now. Let me give it another shot. That bit's fine. That bit is fine, that's better, that's in place. And so is this part. There. So head is collapsed. Right, what is left to do here? Just these middle bits. Again, now we're going to use this long top directional crease to help. We're going to fold this in half. We're going to fold the head in half, use that valley fold, and then start working this crease all the way down. As close as we can get to the bottom. Let me see, we'll fold this part in half as well. Use this long valley fold. Now we have fully used this directional crease, this one right here. That's all used correctly, all the way down. And then we're basically almost done. We just need to, let me see, does this part come over? Yep, it does. So we had this, well I had this when I collapsed the first part, I don't know if you did. So just fold this over, and then we are now correctly using the valley fold, because it was a mountain fold, they were reversed, it was like that. So we are putting it correctly in place. Then if you noticed when I done that, now this is all one valley fold, one mountain fold, one valley fold. So that is almost that, and then we use this directional crease which pushes in to get rid of the excess paper. So 2 more creases, 1 more, and we are collapsed. There we go. That is the baby Ryujin collapsed. And then of course we just make that valley fold. There we go. So I'm not too sure if I will do a shaping. I probably will, just to help you out, to explain what is what and how it goes where. But yep, that is it everyone. I hope you managed to collapse this. It's a very fun collapse, and it's a really good experience for if you want to actually go ahead and do an actual Ryujin. So again, we have the transition units, you can practice on those. You have the pleats, and then you can do the scales, and then the basic tail, collapsing the legs, 90 degrees for the other legs, and then the basic head collapse, or basic head for the Ryujin. And yep, that is it. So thank you so much for watching. I will do a shaping tutorial to try and explain things better. So make sure to stay tuned for that. See you all. Bye bye.